Are you aware of the fact that the new mortgage stress test is coming into effect in Canada on 1st June 2021? The house prices across Canada are rising rapidly again. Thus, this new version of this test is another enabling tool to cool down the real estate market. The regulator is tightening the rules on all mortgages by adding more buffer to the interest rate. Now, the borrower has to undergo a mortgage stress test where you have to qualify for your mortgage using the minimum qualifying rate. In this video, I'm going to share my perspective about the background of it, what is a mortgage stress test, how does it work, purpose of it, and getting ready for one. In this video, I will try to throw some light on the topic Mortgage Stress Test 2021 in Canada. Hi, my name is Sunny and welcome to my channel Sunny Snippets. Here I try to make videos that affect a common man financially. If you are new to this channel, please smash that like button as that will help me with the YouTube algorithm and it will be highly appreciated. Please feel free to write in the comment section after watching this video as it will help me improve my content and your feedback is very important to me. This all started in 2017 when there was a huge increase in prices of real estate in Canada in a very short time. In some parts of the country, the value of the houses increased by 20 to 30% in a matter of months. People were getting huge mortgages to finance the expensive real estate. Some of them were first time home buyers, others were investors, and a small group were simply flipping houses. The school of thought was that such a rapid increase in a very short span of time was hinting towards creation of a sort of bubble in the real estate. As the interest rates were very low at that time, like now, it's good as long as people can afford mortgage payments. But what is going to happen to people's finances when eventually the interest rates start to increase? All of a sudden, these mortgage payments that they are able to afford right now in these low interest times will increase too. Not everybody will be able to afford these increasing mortgage payments. The defaults will start to happen. In some extreme cases, people's mortgages will go under while the banks will be left with real estate with falling prices. Sounds familiar? This is what happened during the housing crash in 2008 2009 in the United States, where the banks became insolvent as they were losing billions of dollars. As a result, the government had to bail them out with taxpayer money. This is what the mortgage regulator in Canada is trying to avoid by dampening the spike in the real estate prices. As a matter of fact, we all feel good when the house prices go up in value, but believe me, when they fall, it's not a very pleasant feeling. It all started a couple of years ago when all Canadians applying for a mortgage from a federally regulated lender had to undergo a mortgage stress test. This is applicable to borrowers irrespective of how much money you have as a down payment. By doing so, the financial institution is now closely scrutinizing the finances of the borrower before granting a mortgage approval. In nutshell, the borrowers are tested financially to ensure their ability to make mortgage payments even if the interest rates grow up from today's historically low rates. Thus, the lender is trying to assess the finances of the borrower in case its finances are affected by sudden financial changes, which can be in the form of loss of employment, any financial emergency, or for that matter, increase in interest rates. In other words, by doing so, the objective is to test people's finances to make sure that they can still afford their potential increased mortgage payments even under adverse financial conditions that might happen in the future. It is like testing people's financial affordability in a worst case scenario. As we know now, it's a tool devised by a regulator whereby the lender has to test borrowers' financial ability whether they can still pay the mortgage payments under adverse financial conditions. In order to pass the mortgage stress test, you will need to qualify at the contracted mortgage interest rate plus 2%, which is a buffer, or 5.25%, whichever is higher. Now, this is used as the benchmark rate to test mortgage qualification and affordability. As an example, say the mortgage rate offered is 2.5%. Now, for the purpose of this stress test, the lender will add 2% extra, which in this case is now 4.5%. The bank will assess your affordability, where the interest rate used will be 4.5% in this case, or 5.25%, whichever is higher. This qualifying criteria is applicable to all mortgages, irrespective of how much you have as a down payment to buy the property. As a matter of fact, this new stress test will make qualifications for a mortgage more difficult in short term, with the hope that it will stabilize the real estate prices, thus making them affordable to an average Canadian in long term. The government data shows an average Canadian household indebted at 170% of their disposable income, which means Canadians are spending $1.70 for every dollar they earn after taxes. With this, they are trying to tackle the household debt problem in Canada by discouraging people who are taking on even more debt in the form of mortgage at time when the real estate prices are going through the roof. The idea of this new mandatory test for potential home buyers were initiated few years ago, whereas this new 2021 mortgage rules is another step to reduce household debt by discouraging people not to take on more debt. Initially, it was applicable to people applying for high ratio mortgages where your down payment is less than 20%. But now it is applicable to anybody who is buying a house and wants to take on a mortgage irrespective of the down payment. By reducing debt in the whole financial system of the country, the hope is that we can weather the next financial down cycle in a better way and hopefully can avoid bank bailouts. Like any other test, you can prepare yourself, and frankly, you've got two choices. Number one, you can avoid all this if you don't want to take on any more leverage or loan, then you're good. Don't need to worry about it. And number two, if you want to take the plunge where you want to buy the house to live in or as a rental property, you need to know what you can do so that you can pass this financial obstacle. If you want to take this route, the first thing is to talk to a local mortgage broker or your real estate agent who can guide you more about do's and don'ts that is going to affect you. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, you need to consult one, as I'm just a random guy on YouTube making videos. There are few qualifying metrics that any lender will use, and two of them are gross debt service ratio, also called as GDS, and total debt service ratio, called as TDS. In simple terms, these will tell the bank how much percentage of your pre-tax income you are using to service the debt. These ratios are not fixed, but they can change as the debt level and the income used to service it changes. It is easy and simple to improve the ratios where you can reduce the debt and at the same time increase your disposable income. I know it's easy to say and a bit hard to pay off your existing debt during these tough times during pandemic, but believe me, this is the only way you can qualify under the new mortgage rules. Like everything in life, there is an easy way too. You can apply for a small home loan. Maybe this is not your ideal dream home, but trust me, it is just one step closer to the house of your dreams. Just as a side note, you can try with your parents if they can be a guarantor, which is not a very good idea to start with, but you can try your luck. At the end, I would like to say it's always a good idea to stay within your financial limits and avoid taking too much debt, as during these uncertain times, you never know when the next financial challenge is going to hit us all. So be financially conservative. This is my take on the topic Mortgage Stress Test 2021 in Canada. If you like the content that I make, please help me and my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing to it. Please feel free to write in the comment section about the topic I have touched based on today, and I would urge you to write if you want me to make videos about any specific topic. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the next video on your own channel, Sunny Snippets.